are working in our projects, in the things that we want to build. Sukkot is about the things that we want to build. And it's about looking out and reconnecting with the exterior world. You know, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur were all about being inside. And now it's about looking out and moving forward and being capable to build as individuals and also as communities. I'd like to start our Shabbat service lighting Shabbat candles. I'd like to invite Alice Kirschen. Page 120, surprise. Yes, 120. Shabbat Shalom.
Ooh.
Shabbat. Shabbat. Yeah, I tell you in a second why. Shabbat Shalom. So, an interesting question. Let me tell you something about what Alice just asked. These are the days of Chol HaMoed. These are the days that are semi-holidays, which means yes. So we introduce the holiday just on the first day, and in the case of Sukkot, also in the last one. And that's why we light candles for the holiday to introduce that new time. But, oh, welcome. You may be seated. So, and that's why we, if this would be the first day of Sukkot, we would do Shabbat and Sukkot. But today we don't do for Sukkot, we just do for Shabbat. Welcome everybody. So we are going to start our service. We have
One day, Eva, one day.
we have some support. Some support. We start our service now with Maya Feayom. What a wonderful day. It's Shabbat. Maya Feayom. Shabbat Shalom. Maya Feayom. Shabbat Shalom. Maya Feayom. Shabbat Shalom. Maya Feayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. So I'd like to invite to the podium all who is under the age of 14. All who is under, yeah, come. We start singing song Shabbat songs, and I need you. I need you because I want to sing a song that if I sing just with Gabi, I look silly. So I need somebody who is less, no, to the podium. Come here,
Come
come here. Come all with me, come with me. So we call this the Shiro Ladonai Surfer. The words are very simple. And Shiro, Shir. Do you know the words? Ladonai, Shiro, Shiro, Shir Chadash. That's it, a new song. So let's try. Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah. Shiru, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. L'Adonai. Shiru, Shir Hallelu, Shir Hallelujah. Shiru, Shiru, Shir Chadash. L'Adonai. Yallai, rai, 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 yallai, rai, 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 yallai, rai, 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 yai, rai, 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 yallai, rai, rai, rai. We're on page 131. Rai, rai, yallai, rai, 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 yai, rai, 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 rai. Shiru l'Adonai, Shir Chadash. Shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, baruchu shemo, vasru miyom leyom, yeshuato. Sapru v'goyim kevodo, v'chol ha'adim niflaot. Yalai, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Everybody knows the words, right? Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. L'Adonai. Let's say again. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We are on page 138 for Lecha Dodi. We welcome Shabbat as a bride. Here at TVT we sing the first, the second, the fifth, the sixth, and the ninth verses of Lecha Dodi.
Oh boy.
And let me share with you something about Lecha Dodi. There are two explanations for why we stand up at the end of the service, at the end of the Lecha Dodi. Who knows why we stand up at the end of the Lecha Dodi? We stand up for
The bride.
to welcome the bride. So
Welcome the Shabbat
that's a
bride.
newer one.
Pretty
The
cool.
very, very old explanation is that mourners, they didn't used to come to this part of the service. They would come just at the end of Kabbalat Shabbat. So people in the community would stand up and turn to the doors of the congregation to see who were the people that were coming and who were the mourners. That tradition is not followed anymore in liberal synagogues. But we keep standing up because when a bride comes into the synagogue, when she gets married, we stand up and we look to the doors of the synagogue. And let me tell you something else. When a bride comes into the sanctuary, do you sit immediately after she gets into the podium or next to her chuppah? You remain standing for a couple of seconds, right? The same thing we do with Lecha Dodi. And in some communities, they even dance because it's a mitzvah to dance with the bride. So we are on page 138 to dance with the bride, to dance with the joy of Shabbat. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, B'nei B'nei Shabbat Lekavela. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, B'nei B'nei Shabbat Lekavela. La 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 la. Shamor Esachol B'diburecha, B'shmiranu El Hamilpat, Adonai Echad, U'Shemo Echad, L'Shem U'Letiferet V'Litzei. La 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 la. You may be seated. Shabbat Shalom.
You may be seated.
Sophie.
But you did great. I know, but you do great.
So, immediately after we sing Lechadodi and we welcome Shabbat with Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat.
Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. La 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 la. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. La 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 la. Tov להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד לראות כחסדיך ואמונתך בלילות. אל לעזור ואל לנעבר, אל להיגיון תכינות. אל לעזור ואל לנעבר, אל להיגיון תכינות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. יאללה לילה 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 לילה.
We are on page 144 for Hetzi Kaddish. Yeah. Come. You are leading us. We wanted to give you a break. We said that you were standing for too long. So we did something in the middle, but now with some rest. Page 144. התגדל
ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועמד יברח ירצה וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון יום יומכון, וחיי לכל בית ישראל. בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. אש מרבה וגורל, לעולם לא ליומיה. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה, ויתהלש וישבריהו. לילה מן כל בחטא ושירתה, תוש בחטא ורבמתה, זמירן וגלה, ואמרו אמן.
Please rise for Baruch on page 146. And if you have the additional pages, you can follow with us in the Am I Awake? Let's pray for a second.
Forward first.
Am I awake?
Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer?
Can you hear my voice? Can you understand?
Am I awake? Am I prepared?
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. You may be seated.
Do you want to go back to mommy?
We're on page 148. Let's read together. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe,
who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name, ever-living God. May you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim.
We're on page 150 for Avat Olam.
Avat Olam, Et Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Akim Adonai Eloheinu b'shochteinu, v'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך תעשי ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. אוהב עמו ישראל.
Before the Shema, I invite you to close your eyes and to take a deep breath, like a giant breath, like, and to hold it for a couple of seconds, and then to release. And to let the spirit of Shabbat become one with you. Let's take one more. Let's be one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu,
Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu,
Adonai Echad.
We are on page 154 for Bear After, I'd like to invite all who is going to be a bar mitzvah in the next 3 years.
3. How old are you?
Last time I checked, you are in. Yes, you are very special. We have wide agreement over that. You can stand there, it's fine. You can share that with us. We're on page 154 for Bear After.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ושרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת אמת באמונה כל סוד וקיים עלינו כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו ואנחנו ישראל עמו. We continue with the reading over page 156. הפרדנו מיד מלאכים הכנות. מלכותו ברצון קיבלה עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל לך אנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם. So, we say that when Moshe, Miriam, and the children of Israel, I like to call Moses Moshe. It feels closer. And we say that when they were witnessing the most wonderful miracle that happened to them in their lives, the sea was being opened for them. They understood that we can handle any obstacle that life presents to us. And they say, Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, who is like you, O God, who is like our power of will. On page 158, Mi kamocha. מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel, גאל ישראל. We are on page 160 for 60, 160 for Ashkivenu, the blessing for our inner peace. And we mix that activity with one day, which is a more modern prayer for peace. And you should know that better than me, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. But when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom, Ve'abidenu Shomer, Nu Lechayim. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom, Ve'abidenu Shomer, Nu Lechayim Ufros Aleinu. Sukkot Shomecha, ותחננו בעצה טוב מלפניך. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will play one day, one day, one day. One day, one day, one day. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom, Ve'abidenu Shomer, Nu Lechayim. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom, Ve'abidenu Shomer, Nu Lechayim. One day, 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 one day.
ברוך אתה אדוני, הבורא סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Praise are you, Adonai, Garden of Israel, whose shelter of peace, whose sukkah of peace is spread over us, over your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. We are on page 162 for the Shambro.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. אם כן, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. בני ובן, בני ישראל, בני ישראל, אוהבים לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני, את השמיים ואת הארץ.
page 164 for Tfilat Amidah. Please rise. And I invite you to, even in this family service, to find out of this moment of community a personal moment for your own prayer, a personal moment to think about what you really need and to connect with your desires. And in this Sukkot, to think about what you need to build. What is the thing that is waiting for you out there and requires your work. יברך ומוריד הגשם. אתה הקדשת לי ראשי. ויצאנו אלינו מהכנסת, ואדם בבתי כמה תמיד אמיד ישראל מחלל. מדהים, אנחנו נעשת על לעבודנו לימותינו, לרמב"ם. The last prayer of Tfilat Amidah is the prayer for peace. We ask for the capability to open our hearts and to meet each other with peace. On page 180, Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu. Uyaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu. Ve'hakol Yisrael.
יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם. On page 371, we add one more prayer in Kabbalat Shabbat. Stay here, stay. Stay one more, just one more. This is an important one. And we think about all those dealing with illness. We think about those that are in need of healing, of refuah shlema. If you have a name that you'd like to share tonight. We think about all those dealing with illness in their bodies, dealing with illness in their souls. We think about those that are dealing with addictions, and we elevate a prayer on page 371, Misheberach. So today's family service, which means that we recognize anniversaries in our community and birthdays. Leonard, is your birthday today, or this week, this month? We got some time. So we got some time. So if your birthday or your anniversary is during the month of October, please come here with Leonard. It's Leonard and I. That's fine. That's fine. We are going to lead this moment together. So you stay here. You stay here. You have lots of birthdays in October. Are they here? Right. Oh, good. So let's start. So this is how it works. You say your name, and you say what you are celebrating.
I'm Stuart, and I'm celebrating my birthday on October the 11th, and I'll be 27 years old.
Mazel tov.
All
Congratulations.
right, I'm a little dyslexic, okay?
My name is Edward Rosenthal, and my birthday is on October 26th, and I'll be 66 years old.
Mazel tov. Congratulations. What is your name?
My name's
Eli, What?
Eli Laser Simon.
And what are you celebrating, Eli Laser Simon?
Celebrating
October, your anniversary? I heard that you want to marry my daughter. But we are not in the stage to celebrate anniversaries, right? Yet. But so how old are you going to be?
5.
You're going to be 5 years old? Congratulations.
On October 31st.
In October 31st. And you? What's your name?
Ava.
Let's turn so everybody can see you. And so what is your name?
Ava.
Eva. What is your second name, Eva Max?
Ava.
Right. So right. So are you celebrating your birthday, right? How old are you going to be, Eva?
4.
3. You're 3, Eva. Like Mazel Tov, but no, you are 3. So you are going to be 3 years old. What day? October 30th. So Mazel Tov. So every time, do we have any other anniversary or birthday? No. Hopefully I'm not forgetting. Mazel Tov. Do we say Mazel Tov to those kind of things? Okay, so, but that union brought your children, right? So it still be a blessing. So every time that we achieve a new time in life, we say שהחיינו והקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם. It's nice that you came. שהחיינו והקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם. שהחיינו והקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה, הזמן הזה. So we wish to all of you happy birthday and Mazel Tov. And Jewish tradition, we usually wish you, we wish you to reach the age of 120. So, but we twist that and we say you might live until the age of 100, as if you be 20, as you are 20. So that thank you very much, and you can go and sit. And so this is the Shabbat of Sukkot, and there are a couple of topics that I love to discuss in Sukkot. And so to those that were in the Sukkah earlier, I said, you got my sermon, you can leave, but I promised to change that. Sarah changing that for you. So it says, so you know, we don't do the blessing of the lulav in Shabbat. But this is probably one of the most important symbols of Sukkot. Who knows what is this? Ian, we are having this conversation already 3 days in a row. Again, what is this, Ian? It's the lulav. And the etrog. And what else do I have in my hands? What? Lulav and etrog. Which one of these three is the lulav? The big one is the lulav. But you are right, Ian. We give to the entire thing together, to these 4 elements together. When we do the blessing over the lulav. We just use the name of the big one. Who knows the other names? Jacob. What? I couldn't hear? Willow, which, let's say correct, but say that in Hebrew now. Adasa, Be'arava. You are right. So which one is the Adasa, Lynn? That's the challenging question for you. This is the Adasa. Okay. And what is the difference between the two of them, Lynn? So this one should have some smell, and it's right, it's a bit dry. You can smell it later. And this one is smellless. And the etrog is awesome. Now, this etrog is not kosher anymore. It had an accident this morning when I was visiting ECLC. I tried to blame the teacher, but it was me. It was me. I think it broke in my hands. We have a few more. Don't worry. It happens. It happens. It's better that happens to me, so we can't blame anybody. Now, there's an interesting thing about this. And I want to ask the kids, do you get along with all your friends in school, with all your classmates in school? No, right? And do you get along with your family all the time? Not all the time. Most of the time. But not all the time, right? And what about your children? Do you get along with your children all the time? Do you share the same views with your children? You have exactly the same views that your children have. No. And what about TBT? Do we have the same views about everything here in the congregation? No. Absolutely no. We are Jews. Now, we disagree basically about everything. Now, this is a very, very interesting thing. During Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we were just thinking about ourselves. We were davening and thinking all the time about ourselves, just about what we need to fix in ourselves, what we need to check in ourselves. And now in Sukkot, we go out and we talk about what we need to build. But this building is a very special building. It's a community building. All of us sit under the sukkah, and it's a mitzvah to invite guests to our sukkah and to invite people that don't think exactly like us, that don't behave exactly as we do. And a wonderful symbol of that are the four species of the land of Israel. They don't look the same. They don't have the same smell. They even don't grow in the same area. They are different. They are by definition different. And we don't try to mix them together and to do a melting pot with them. We have a name to call all of them together, but each of them has its own name and its own characteristics. And I think that that's one of the challenges of Sukkot, and one of the most wonderful challenges of Sukkot, is to find unity while recognizing diversity. Now, if you connect that, and that's for the adults, if you connect that with the discussions that we are having on Facebook and everywhere about what we should do in this topic or another topic, our political views, we think about this, we think about that, we think about different policies. We can have different opinions, and it's fine. We have achieved, we have reached the place in which we think that it's better not to talk. We are afraid of being different. And Sukkot reminds us that we need to be fine with being different, and we need to be able to express our differences while keeping certain level of unity. Shabbat Shalom. We continue our service on page 586 with Aleinu Leshaveach. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גאולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו השמיים ממעל, ושכינה
כעטוף בתורתו, וידעת היום, והשמות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ ועל הארץ מתחת עינות. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. And at this point of our service, we dedicate a moment to recognize dear souls among our congregation that have a yahrzeit this week.
The yahrzeits for this week: Harry Brown III, Lillian Gladstein, Gary Klein, Herbert Nagler, Julio Jamaluk, Lillian Stein, Lillian Bart, Myra Engel, Millie Kozel, Gertrude Ritchie, Joseph Sadowski, Hyman Tarvris, Edith Fine, Nettie Gorin, Osias Gordon, Rose Weiss, Sarah Rubin, Morris Saiz, Harry Doxwell, Scott Ermes, Lester Cohn, Saul Newman, Helen Fluger, Eli Gold, Albert Tabak, Cecile Donnenfeld, Alfred Kaufman, Eric Kaufman, Ottilie Kaufman, Helen Levy, Solomon Levy, Bernard Northcutt, and Julia Reinstein. And Shloshim, the first 30 days, Honey Weinstein, Jim Atkinson, Sam Sapira, Claire Mizraki, Ann Goldman Norwitz, Kim Van Winkle. And let us keep in our prayers all the victims from Las Vegas.
If you are during the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, please rise. If you are during the first 30 days of mourning, Shloshim, please rise. If you are during the first, okay. During the first year of mourning, please rise. That's why we do this. We try to recognize people. So I immediately assume that I missed something. If you have a yahrzeit this week, please rise. Now you can support our fellows while standing or sitting, joining us with your hearts, your voices, and your kavanot, your intentions, on page 598 for Mourners Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי, בימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, באמרו, יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושאלתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דא מירם בעלמה באמרו אמן. יש למה רבה מן שמיה, בחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל באמרו אמן. עושה שלום באמרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל באמרו אמן. May their memories be for a blessing, זיכרונם לברכה. You may be seated. So a few announcements pretty quick. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. we have our traditional Torah study. Is in the sukkah? No, in the Torah study room. But the sukkah is going to be outside. Anyway, so you can have coffee in the sukkah, or well, we thought that it might be a good idea to have it in the sukkah, but you don't change traditions. So you can have a bagel in the sukkah. The sukkah is is there for you. So there's no need, for you to have an activity in order to go to the sukkah. And that's why we are doing a bring your lunch and eat in the sukkah. So after services, all who wants to sit in the sukkah, if you don't have a sukkah at home, or even if you have a sukkah at home, just bring your lunch, and we are doing Shabbat lunch there. Each one with his family, but all of us together as one family. In the morning we have Shabbat Beyachad, right? No? Oh. In the morning we have Shabbat Beyachad for children between the ages of a year and a half to 5. I need you to do signs to me. So no. In the morning next week, we have Shabbat Beyachad. Please make sure that you come. Our Chavaya school is going to be in its Shabbaton. They are doing a harvest activity, and they have a prayer in the morning, harvest activity, and they will spend the entire day doing activities. And at 6:30, we have Abdallah with them, and some of the children will stay overnight in the sukkah for the second year in a row. It is already a tradition. Are you using tents this year inside the sukkah? No. So Natalie is going hardcore this year, and she. Yes. So we have an overnight in the sukkah, maybe not all the time sleeping there. So these are the news. On Wednesday we get together for Simchat Torah. Simchat Torah, what? Simchat Torah is one of the most wonderful holidays of the year. We sometimes speak about, hey, how many Torahs can we take out of the ark? In Simchat Torah, all of them. In Simchat Torah, we intentionally take all the Torahs from the ark, and we dance with the Torahs. It's a wonderful celebration. And for the children, we have a candy bag. So if you come and stay until the very end, Jacob, you can ask, even you that are after bar mitzvah, you can ask for your candy bag. So you want or you don't? Good. So he's in. Down, I don't know that. So that's it. So those are the news. And please check the Tivdets and our publicities. The Pink Shabbat is coming, and we have also our pet-friendly Shabbat, which is going to be outside. So lots of activities during this month. Stay tuned. Listen, read the Tivdets. Please read the Tivdets. When you say, I didn't know about that, and we publish that in the Tivdets and the scroll, and we put an ad on Facebook, we have no other way to let you know. Please help us and read the Tivdets. It's going to be super, super helpful. We are going to conclude our service on page 625 with Adon Olam. So we have here at TBT the custom of raising for Adon Olam and making sure that we are connecting with somebody. And we are introducing next week a new melody for Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Bo Yetzir Tzivah Le'nasa V'Chefzo Kol Asa Melech Shemo Nikra Be'acharei Bichlot HaKol Levado Imlot Nora
אותי, אדון אדוני לי, ולא יירא.
And if your children are standing next to you, put your hands on their heads. And if your children are not here, close your eyes and put your hands on their heads. And if you want to think about your parents, close your eyes and think about their loving hands. And we say, יברככם אדוני באיש מרחם, יאר אדוני פניו אליכם ביחונכם. יישא אדוני פניו אליכם וישים לכם shalom. May God bless you and protect you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. Adonai os le'amoitem. May God give us the strength to find peace in all our ways and all our interactions. Adonai os le'amoitem. Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Shabbat shalom. Adonai asher